Hey guys, it's Leon from DemosTech, and today we're checking Windows 11 by Microsoft. What the heck is going on? Microsoft told us that Windows 10 will be the last version of Windows, and it will be just updated all the time and that's it. So why suddenly we have a leak and soon to come announcement on the 24th of June of Windows 11? Let's dive in and see what the heck is going on. So if you'll pretty much search on the internet, you'll find some Windows 11 ISO. That's the one that I have downloaded. I didn't try it yet, we're going to try it now, and we'll see how it goes, what's changed, what's not, and basically we'll explore if there's anything new or not, if it's just a reskin Windows 10 or something else. So let's start our VM and see how it goes. As you can see, the logo is different, it's a flat box this time. I think that the designers didn't work too much on that, at least I hope, because that seems too simple. Anyways, we do get pretty much the same window of the initial setup, but from what I've seen in the upcoming dialogues, we'll see something a little bit new. Let's hit next, and here we already see the old logo. I guess that's sort of an alpha, sort of developer preview version, so it's quite okay. Let's hit install and see where we'll go with that. Now, we don't have any product key for now, so we'll just choose that we don't have any. And as it seems, we do have all the versions like we always had. We'll go with Windows 11 Pro, and as you can see, the latest sort of modification is the 30th of May 2021, and that's pretty much the version that will run. So in case you see something different, newer, you might have something different. So everything is pretty much as usual as it gets. Let's hit next, and everything exactly the same, I'd say. From here, let's just hit next. That's it, we're already installing it. Now keep in mind, my computer is pretty new, and I did choose quite good settings for this VM, so I hope the installation will run pretty quickly. Basically it is running on an NVMe drive, on the same NVMe drive actually where my Windows is, and let's see how it will work. So now we're going to hit restart just a few minutes later. Let's see if anything is actually different here. Now we don't need anymore to boot from the CD, and let's see how it will work. From now on we should get something newer that we didn't see yet in the previous Windows 10 version, at least on the installation. I just heard a new sound, a new startup sound, and as you can see, the whole dialogue here is changed, at least the GUI of it. I mean, it's probably the same one that we always had, and I'm not going to change anything here, we'll just go as it is, without any changes, except maybe the time, but maybe we'll change it later. You can, as always, add other layouts, we're not going to do that right now, and let's see where we'll get. So as you can see, it looks different, it looks nicer, I'd say, more modern, I'd say, and probably more tablet friendly. At least from what I understand, this version of Windows is significantly better for tablets. So we're going to hit here set up personal use, and probably, yeah, as always, Microsoft suggests us to sign into their account. Now, honestly, I prefer currently a local offline account with limited experience. It's pretty much the same as it was with Windows 10, just a little bit different. Let's call it demo for now, without anything, you know what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going too deep into that 1, 2, 3, 4 again. I don't understand why do we need those. Seriously, you just can't hit next and that's it. Seriously. You know what, let's do it something like that. I don't know, something random. I'm not going to keep this spin anyways, so it's just for testing and it doesn't really matter. So, as usual, you have your privacy settings, so something is different here, honestly. I want to talk about it a little bit, but let me just hit on everything. Okay, you see, it's not. If you want to accept something here, I mean, if you leave something with yes, or some of them, yeah. Okay, it might be even a bug, I'm not really sure. But before I actually hit no on everyone, the button here said next. Now it says accept. That's something that has been on Windows 10 installation as well. Even that you choose no on every other aspect, you still need to hit accept. What do you accept if you actually chose no on everything? Quite strange, I'd say. Anyways, we don't have any other option, so we'll go into accept to it. And now we see the default pretty much. Hi, getting started, getting ready and everything, please wait a few more minutes or something like that. Everything as usual. Yeah, this might take a few minutes, that's what it always says, and I can say that the screen of this one looks also a little bit different. More like, I'd say, view-friendly. I don't know, it looks a little bit better maybe in terms of the graphics. So again, we heard some new sort of sound, and that's it. Now we are on Windows 10, and the resolution is awful because it's a virtual machine. Let's try to actually change it. Now we do have here the new start, and as you can see the taskbar is totally different. The start is in the middle. I didn't understand that in the registry you can actually get the old start version, sort of, and I'll show you. It should be quite easy to move the start to the left as it used to be. Anyways, let's try to change the resolution, and honestly for now everything seems to be just exactly like Windows 10, I'd say. Let's see if we can change that. Will that be good? Well, it will be good enough, I guess, for now. I don't know, it's not quite the correct resolution, but I guess it's much better than what it was. So, if we're already here, I guess... And I don't see... Whoa! No, that's not good for us, I cannot see the start. Okay. Let's try something different, I guess. Okay, for now, let's leave it that. Resolution isn't perfect. Now, it might be that I need to change some settings in the virtual machine, but for now, let's just do it like this. So, let's see. I pressed actually the right click on the start, and I already see a few things here. So, it seems like it's pretty much the same menu that was on Windows 10, and you know what? I want to try something. So first of all, let's try to go to the settings. Honestly, it's a little bit different. So, you know what, let's talk first about the start, because we already stuck here. As you can see, the start is totally different. It's in the center. Everything is a little bit different in terms of visualization. And if we'll actually open some window, you know what, let's open some File Explorer, you can see that it's... I don't know, some windows like have rounded corners, but this one doesn't. Now, if I hover on the maximize button, you can see that I can choose where to put it. So that's quite new. I'd say it's quite better than what it was. You still probably can use win right and left. Yeah, you still can do that. So that's quite nice. New icons, so things are changing, yet things still look the same in some terms. So File Explorer looks the same, but it's not exactly the same. And as you can see, right now we are in view, which is details, but you can see that it still looks different. There are like more spacers between each folder, but from what I understood, we can somehow put in options, I guess, maybe under view. Yeah, decrease space between items, compact view, hit apply, and now we see the same compact view that we already know and love. I want to go back here again. We can see that the buttons changed a little bit as well. I don't know, just a visualization type of view, but still, it's quite nice. So let's close that, let's get back to the start, and you can see that here it's rounded. And let's say, okay, Spotify for example, I don't have it installed, but as you can see, as part of the Windows lovely bloatware, we do have an icon. Now, interesting thing, if I press on it, you'll actually see that it won't open, it will start the installation. It's just an icon of sort of a link to the Windows Store, as far as I understand. Let's just try it. As you can see, right now it is starting to download and install it in the background, and I guess when it finishes it will automatically open it or something like that. And as you can see, it's already running. Let's give it a moment, we'll see, yeah. And now you can launch it, so yeah. Anyways, that's not what I wanted. Let's go to the settings and let's expand that as well. Now Windows isn't activated. That might be a problem because we probably cannot personalize everything. But let's see what we can do with the taskbar. Yeah, we do have to activate it. Let's try to activate it. Again, I don't have any activation or anything. I'm not fully sure if it's even possible to activate it, but let's try. It seems like we cannot really activate it. I might be able to activate if I'll log in with my Microsoft account, and I'm not fully sure that I want to, but you know what, let me just show you something. Okay, so basically if you go here to the taskbar, if your Windows is already activated, you could choose here instead of central to go to the left. Now I do want to try and install Google Chrome and see if that will work the same, if something here is different, I don't know, things like that. Yeah, how do you start? Okay, finally. So the new Edge should be okay, but I still prefer Google Chrome, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. We are going to install it, and basically I do want to see if we can actually install programs as usual on that version. Again, not changing anything, just doing the regular installation, and we'll see if at least Chrome will work. And yeah, the sounds are new, the sounds are different. Yeah, so everything seems normal. I did install Chrome in no time, and as you can see, let's just enter to Demostek. You know what, let's just search for Demostek. Okay, everything looks normal. So, let's close that for now. I still want to check a few things. So first of all, we have here the start and we have the search. Oh, we can unpin it, good. Now, if I'm on the start, I should be able, as usual, to just type whatever I'm trying to find, and that's it. And what I'm trying to find out, is there a control panel or not? And yeah, first of all, the search still works the same, and control panel is still here, though the icons are new again. Let's see if it still looks, yeah, totally looks the same. Some icons are new, some are even still the same as they were. I can't say anything bad about it, but I was pretty sure and sort of scared that control panel will be discontinued. It's not that I cannot reach to most of those settings without the control panel, but it's something that you are regular to use if you are like me. So we do have PowerShell as usual. Let's try this. Oh wow, that's something weird. You know what? I kind of doubt that this Windows 11 shenanigans is real right now, because we're supposed to be on PowerShell 6, I guess, at least, if not 7. And here you see, for some reason, 5. I'm not fully sure why would they compile a new Windows with such an older version of PowerShell. No, it's not a problem, you can still update PowerShell, I'm pretty sure it won't do any issues. But still, it's quite weird. Another thing that I want to check, do you have still CMD? Seems so, but you know what, let's just, to be sure, go from here directly to CMD. Yeah, we do have CMD, version 10.0. I'm not fully sure that we'll be able to see my screen now, but I'm out of full screen, and I want to run CMD on my real machine. Windows 10, yeah, so the version is newer here, and I do have the latest Windows update, at least as of right now, which is 19th of June. Yet this version seems to be newer in terms of CMD, but in terms of PowerShell it's not. Okay, that's a little bit weird. I don't know, we still have CMD. I was sure they will get rid of it. And we still have an older version of PowerShell for some reason, not sure about that one. We do have a different icon of the Microsoft Store, though inside you'll see the same old Microsoft Store. Though I did understand that they are working on sort of renewing this whole thing, and it will be controlled with CLI as well, so from PowerShell you could just sort of manage packages like you do in Linux, and that would be awesome. You could, with a pretty much easy script, just ask any computer to install necessary packages for something particular and then do stuff just in the same one script. That's kind of nice. Another thing that I want to try is search for WinVer. Now, it's not exactly a kernel version, but still it would show you some details. So it does show us Windows 11 Pro, OS build. I don't know, it does seem to be the newer one, and yeah, it's a dev version as it seems, and I'm pretty sure that if I'll run same thing on my real machine, it won't say version dev. Sorry, I accidentally ran it inside the virtual machine. So for me it says just version 2004, which is quite strange, but I guess that's the initial sort of beginning of Windows 10. As you can see, totally different version here, totally different build. So some people showed this Windows 11 version with some sort of transparent windows. That's not something that I see here. I guess it's more like, I don't know, an error version or something. It might be some settings issue or something. Not fully sure if there's any requirement for that. That's quite different to tell for now at least. Now, as you can see in the start, we have pinned apps. Now it does look kind of nice, but you can't rearrange them the way you would want them. It seems like, you see, I cannot like move them too much or something. They just have some sort of stickiness and that's it. You cannot have any gaps or dividers on things like that like you did in Windows 10. Now you can go here to all apps and you'll still have all the apps, but I don't know, it's kind of getting a little bit weirder here, and I'm not fully sure that I do like the way it is right now. Now if we'll go to the Task Manager, we can see that the Task Manager looks exactly the same like it was. Everything is as usual, everything the same. And you can see all the configuration that I did here. I have 8 gigs and 6 virtual processes. And yeah, I must say, it's quite amazing to have such a PC. I could give enough resources to the virtual machine that it works flawlessly with no issues at all, like it would be a normal Windows machine installed on the computer itself. One thing that I can show you new here, and this feature is going to be in Windows 10 as well, is in the network. If we'll go to Network and Internet Sharing, if we'll go to Properties, and here we'll go to DNS, we'll switch to Manual, IPv4, and just for an example, we'll give it 8.8.8.8. And as you can see, we have here preferred DNS encryption. We have unencrypted only, which is the regular one, encrypted only DNS over HTTPS, and encrypted preferred, unencrypted allowed. This will pretty much give us the option to encrypt the DNS queries on the whole PC, not just by browser like you could do till now, pretty much on any browser. This will pretty much make all the DNS queries of this computer encrypted. Keep in mind that in work environments it might do some issues, it might not work properly. That's something that I will personally have to test at work one day, but it's too early to know and to tell, and it will require some new testing. So there's something called widgets that you press here, and I already signed in. It shows you some news, some weather stuff, things like that. You can customize that a little bit by going here and pretty much managing interests, but it will go just to your Microsoft account and manage it there. Honestly, the best thing to do here is just click on that, unpin, and that's it. Never even look at it. Now, if we'll go to the folders, as you can see, we have different icons, but that's not it. What I wanted to do is basically see, I just copied here the Chrome installation, just hit properties and see if anything is new here. So I think this window is a little bit different and easier to see, but in terms of security and DFS permissions and everything is exactly as it was. Nothing new here as well. Now basically it's the first dev preview sort of, so I wouldn't say I'm disappointed or anything. It seems like Microsoft is heading to the direction where this Windows will be more suitable for both desktops and tablets, especially touchscreen displays. And I don't know, in my opinion, it's too much to actually create a different Windows version for it. I'd say just a few modifications for the UI, some updates and maybe some additional features will be good enough. So I'm not fully sure why actually they are doing this, why they are creating a new separate Windows 11 after they actually claimed that Windows 10 is the last Windows version, pretty much. I don't know, it seems too early to tell. If this video comes out on time, basically 2 days later, on the 24th of June, Microsoft will announce pretty much that Windows. I believe we'll see a newer build, so we'll be able to test a newer ISO of this thing, and then maybe we'll know some additional features, some additional reasons for that. I kind of doubt that Microsoft will tell us everything right away. Guess it's a work in progress and it will take some time, but for now I'd love to hear from you. I'd like you to comment on this video and tell me what do you think of all of this. Why do you think Microsoft is doing this? What features are you expecting to see, or any additional configurations or anything? Oh, and by the way, since during this whole showtime I did activate Windows, I can pretty much go here now to the taskbar settings and then change from center to left. As you can see, now the start is on the left, so for those of you who prefer it that way, you can still do that.
Thank you for watching this DimusTech episode. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell so you won't miss any future video. And I'll see you on the next one.